Yeah, just guys, seriously, let's have fun and let's finish this thing. Let's make another one. This is really great. It's much more, maybe not fascinating, maybe not exciting, but something new. Forget about the rewards. As a matter of fact, at least in my part, I don't really care about the rewards. I don't really care about the status. I don't really care about being in the Hall of Fame or anything. I'm just doing it because it's fun, and we all have our jobs, we all have our lives to live, and if we can put something beautiful, something good into it, all the better. We got enough problems already, and yeah, it's just one way of getting rid of your problem. None of us are saints, no one's insane, and everyone's equally good. It's just that we're much better. We can see, we have this vision. We can feel what other players are gonna do, and you're gonna have to outsmart us. Don't beat the wall with your head. Don't think it's just 1 or 0, you know, computer language. You gotta think. You gotta adapt. You gotta outthink us. And yeah, good luck with that.
Alright, 2 elephants have been bribed already.
That was a huge move there by Immaculate, but he gets the cap sack and, you know, kills a heap of units.
This is the kind of fight that I was expecting at this level.
Lots of bribes going down right now, but the scouts going crazy.
Perfect timing. That's the perfect time. These guys are going to take the Lakota city. Look at that. Oh my god, Sims just lost his capital. I cannot believe it. Alright, yeah, are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? What's happening here? It's a triple. They are going to triple Dragoneo. Dragoneo has no clue. Dragoneo's capital is going down, no doubt about it. Kron has got all his militia right there.
I'm a huge fan of Young One.
Young One came with 3 spies. That's enough to change the flow of the game.
Would you say EL is more of a democracy or dictatorship?
It's either I play or I don't play. I've been playing pretty good lately, so watch out there.
Oh my god, just look at Zen Mechanics today. He just went for Science 5. Oh, and PNP just decided, F my city, I'm gonna help that. This is a slap on the face for anybody who said the game was over. That was the best comeback ever in the history of Rise of Nations.
It was neck and neck, man. It could have went either way. Honestly, it was really close.
Alright, welcome everyone to Nomadium 2. With me is Connor McDavid. Anytime. So we have PN5 versus AZ Wolves in bracket number 1. This is for the first place in the group. So it's gonna be pretty high stakes here. Who do you think has the better chances of winning this? Yep, it was 2-0. It was quite a convincing victory actually, because it seemed like 2 equally matched teams, but they took it home and they faced the big team now, PN5, who won 2-1 against Net Raiders, which might have been not the expected result here, but I will not argue about that. I think both of these teams are super strong and could be a victory for AZ Wolves actually if they play their cards right. Let's check who we are talking about here. So in PN5 we have Jatin as the captain, Lube, Proles, Shakir Booty, also known as Momo, and King. Facing off against the AZ Wolves, who are Lelouch, Pit Phoenix, Robocop, Red Skies, and Knight Rider. Who of these players do you know personally? Oh shit. Excuse me, I don't think they hear you for some reason. Just a minute, sorry about this. Yeah, apparently they can't hear you. Something's wrong with my output then. Okay, now it should work. Yeah, the OBS screwed with my settings because I unplugged the mic.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can they hear me now?
But I think they can hear you now.
Oh. Nice. Well, hello there.
So let's try again.
So they didn't hear anything of my start?
Yeah, so pretty much Connor talked a bit about the chances of both of these teams. I'm not sure if you want to repeat all of what you said.
I can repeat. I just said that the AC team played very well in the first game. Very aggressive and very well. And the PN5 team, I think they have the slightly stronger team on the paper, but they didn't play as well as I expected from them. But they still managed to take the game home, and that's what's important, winning. So I think this game will be very interesting, and I think both teams has a good chance to win.
Yep. And the next part was we talked a bit about the players. You said you recognize most of these players.
Yeah, but I haven't played a lot with many of them. Maybe Robocop the most, I think, because he's online the most when I am playing. And he's a very good player, good at getting strong armies up early, I think.
Yeah.
But everyone in these teams are very good players and can perform at high level. So this will be interesting.
Yep, for me, I know all of these players from PN5. But I'm not really familiar with the Red Skies from AZ Wolves. I know the rest, but I know that all of these players are very high level, so it's gonna be quite a close game actually.
Red Skis I have played with sometimes actually, and he's very good.
Does he have another nickname?
No, I think it's Red Skis. Yeah, his name was Red Skis over Paradise before he joined the AC clan, I think.
It's really weird because I haven't encountered him even once, and that it's really weird that there are some players that I never encountered. There are a few more that I don't remember off the top of my head, but yeah, it's such a small community, but still I miss some players.
Yeah, but I don't think he has been online a lot lately, but he played last year a lot, I think. But one name here, the Knight Rider, I don't recognize. Have you played with him?
Yep, we played way back then, like a couple years ago. I do remember him. He's an Indian player.
Okay.
But I'm not sure what his level is right now because he must have been offline for a while. So
interesting.
We will see if he does play.
Yeah.
So, like we said, the victor of this game takes the first place in this group, which means they will be first seed in the round of 8. And the loser of this match will face off against the winner of Tough Beta and Lat Raiders for the second place in the group.
Very important game, I think, because you want to be the top seed from the group and play against second seeded team in the quarterfinal.
Yep, and you don't want to give a chance for Tough Beta to revenge either.
Yeah, exactly. Or Lat Raiders, they can take that home.
Yeah, Lat Raiders showed quite a good gameplay actually, so they might surprise us, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Anyway, without further ado, let's jump into the first game, if you don't mind.
I am ready.
Alright. Just gonna check if the game looks okay. It does. And let's open up game 1.
Yeah, and the first map is Australian Outback.
Yep. Just a sec, I need to open the window. Okay, everything looks good so far. Are you at 0 seconds?
Yeah,
Okay.
I am ready.
Then let's start. 3, 2, 1, go. So we have Austrian Outback, which means a mix of aggression and boom. What do you think of this map? Do you like it? Do you hate it?
I kind of like it, honestly, because as you said, you can boom or you can rush. So it will be interesting to see what these teams come up with.
Yeah, actually, I think this map is kind of a fan favorite because you can use all the fish and boom nicely.
Yeah, and you can fight sea and you can fight on land as well, so many things going on at the same time.
Yep. So on the AZ team we have Knight Rider. We will find out how he plays. Bitphoenix and Lelouch playing against Prolays, Jetin and Momo, aka Charlie Hebdo. He has many nicknames, we have to get used to that. But
yeah.
so AZ has picked Japanese, Bantu and Indians versus Mongols, Iroquois and Indians. Which do you think of these combos is better for this map?
I think I like the Japs pick. And they picked Indians as well, right?
Yeah, both sides picked Indians.
Yeah, and Bantu for the AC team.
These
Bantu
picks are actually quite similar because both of them have the Bantu and Iroquois as the tier 2 raiders, kinda. They serve as the more offensive nation here.
Yeah, that was my thought as well. That
Mongols and Japanese are both very solid. They're very fast in early game. They have very strong military options. And Indians are just insane from H4 with those elephants. So I think they have very solid picks on both sides. I cannot argue with these picks at all.
Yeah, and I see their spawns are very close to each other in the center.
Yeah, actually, these borders are already meeting without the second city, so can be a quite aggressive game. This does hurt the Mongol player a bit because his food income is gonna be lower in the early game, but he's facing the Indian player, so I think he'll be fine here.
Yeah.
In the pockets, we have Prolays with Indians versus Bitphoenix as Japs, and on the other end we have Jetin with Iroquois and Lelouch with Bantu. So the nations with big raiding potential are facing each other. This could be interesting because these nations can outrun any other, but they cannot outrun each other because they have the same speed. So it could be interesting.
Yeah, and I see the Mongol player is already building his library, and the Japanese player hasn't built it yet. So.
Oh, yep, that's true.
Yeah, but the Japs has the better eco, I think.
Yeah, Momo does not have his wood income maxed out. I'm not sure if that's a wise idea to leave it at 40. I guess
maybe he's going mill 1 or civ 1, just focusing on getting his food up. And
oh, the slight problem for PN5 is that the only water access is on Jetin's side, so they have to send a villager there. That's a slight inconvenience, but it can be manageable.
It's the same for the other team. They only have water with Lelouch.
Yeah, only Lelouch has access to water, so this could be interesting regarding the sea fight because both of their fishes will be on the right side.
Yeah, easier to raid if they are close.
Yeah, so it's harder to hide the fish in the back. It's easier to raid them. So Momo went for Commerce 1. It's just a more standard build. I think it's a good decision because he's facing the slower opponent, so he's not in that much of a danger to get raided.
he can be faster anyways, so I think that's the good decision to start up getting his eco up, and
Yep.
the Japs player did the same here and is building a market.
Knight Rider is just now building his library, so he's quite a bit behind Momo here. Momo has his dock up. I think he's gonna try to max out his food income as soon as possible.
Yeah.
It does look like the Bantu player is faster than the Iroquois player, because he already has his library and he has more resources in the bank as well.
Yeah, that would be an interesting fight, because the Luke played great against Top Beta, so now he's facing Jet in here on the right side, and let's see who's the most aggressive here.
Taking a quick look at the ruins, it seems like PN5 has a better share of them. They have about 300 together, while AZ only has 175.
Yeah.
And Knight Rider just now picked up his first ruin, so that kind of explains why he's slower than the others.
Yeah, ruins is kind of very important in the early game to get a good start.
Yep. Lush also went for Commerce 1. Bitphoenix went for Military 1 after Commerce 1. I wonder if... Yep, he's going for a barracks.
Yeah, he's...
It's in a bit of a weird place though, because if he wants to raid he could be a little bit more forward, but...
Yeah.
But it's fine.
It feels like he wants to go aggressive, but he still builds his barrack kinda safe behind.
Maybe it's a defensive barracks, because he can still get 100 food with the fish, and he could protect his teammates potentially with some archers, maybe.
Yeah, and he built it close to his city and Green's woodcutter, so...
Jetin is just now getting a market and no dock yet. It seems a quite slow start for Iroquois, because I would expect a bit faster start from Iroquois since they have the bonus from the woodcutters.
Yeah, exactly, and it looks like they have good wood in that team.
And Lelouch is already getting his second city up, so he's quite a bit faster here.
Yeah, he's pushing the border, kinda nice there.
Yep.
Getting that mine, mountain.
Yep, the metal mines could prove to be a critical point in this game, because on After and Outback sometimes you don't have enough if you don't have enough map control.
Yeah, exactly.
I see that ProLaze is kind of panic building his city on his wood because he doesn't want it to get raided. I think it's a good decision to hurry it up, because this archer by Bitphoenix is already here, but no heavy infantry yet, so it will go up.
Yeah, and I think the city's put in a nice spot, saving that woodcutter as well, so you can put a tower there and defend the city and his woodcutter.
Even if the heavy infantry comes, he can just micro his villagers properly. The archers won't make a difference because the city is covering pretty nicely.
Exactly.
Jetin is getting his barracks to... I think this is a defensive barracks, because he wants to repel this raid from Bitphoenix.
Yeah, and it looks like he has a very slow start here.
Ooh, it's a very ambitious Commerce 2 by Momo. Oh, he does have Siak though, so it's cheaper, but it's quite a ambitious move to do this so close to the enemy.
And what do you say about the rares?
Oh yeah, we haven't talked about the rares yet, that's true. On PN5 side we see spice, silk, salt, furs, relics and wool.
Relics. Tobacco and diamond here on the left side. I don't think they have seen tobacco, but not diamond.
Not bad. I like salt because this map is kind of aggressive the way they set these cities up, so they will need the cheaper military options. First is also very nice, and relics is super important on a boom map.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't complain about the errors actually. They even have peacocks on the right of Jetin. They could possibly secure that at some point.
Yeah, for sure. And you see if it comes up to a sea battle, it's in favor for the AC team. They have both citrus and copper in the back.
Yeah, they do have both of those, so it could be crucial if they do go for those water raids. I would definitely in their place.
Yeah, if I find both those rares, I will for sure try to do some damage at the water.
The other rares are dye, horses, cotton, silver,
Obsidian.
wine, and there's diamonds to the left, but it's very open.
Yeah.
So
Did you
quite
say
nice
Papua
rares for
as
both
well?
sides, I would say.
Yeah.
Jetin
is he's trying to raid here.
He's trying to stop the barracks, but I don't think he will succeed because yellow is here to help. Although he does have only one heavy infantry nearby.
But he's slowing him down, I think.
This barracks
as well.
Oh, he has an archer too, so this barracks will go up for sure. He could lose an archer if he's not careful. He should garrison into the barracks. But Jetin is running away now, so it doesn't matter.
I see Prolo here in the middle did come too as well with his Indians, and he has already 150 wood.
Yep, so actually 2 players on PN5 have commerce too now. Meanwhile, on AZ's team only Bitphoenix has commerce too yet, but Lelouch is also going for it.
Yeah. But if you look at the both Indian players, I think Prolo has the better start. He has already come too, he has a better eco.
Night Rider is going for science too. What do you think of that?
I like that. They have Papu, so I like that choice. But he's playing very passive here, trying to boom up, I think. He's defending silver, not trying to raid.
Yeah, it could bite him that he's so passive because he has a slower boom than Momo for sure.
Yeah.
I don't hate the fact that he went science too, but I think he should focus on getting close to 100 wealth first. He doesn't have a caravan. I think he forgot about it.
Yeah. Yeah, Momo here has a great eco. 150 each food and wood and plus 80 gold.
He has over 600 food banked up. I wonder what he's planning to do here. For a moment there I thought he would go commerce 3, but
that would be crazy.
But he didn't do it. Probably is actually close to clicking up as well with commerce 2. That's a nice one. And Jetin also went for commerce 2. I'm not sure if he used the silk because he's not using it right now, but he might have moved it already.
I see at the water as well, they are getting many ships out here. The PN5 team.
Yep, Lelouch sent 2 heavy ships and a light ship to raid. He's only using the citrus right now, so he doesn't have the extra HP. And it seems that PN5 will successfully fight off this raid.
He should use the copper as well, he has scouted it.
Yeah. These healing ships are still a pain, though. They will kill this Fisher of Jetin. And Jetin actually is struggling with the gold. He has only 40.
Yeah, that's true.
But I see that even Momo is adding a lot of light ships, so I think they will do a counter raid at some point. This might hurt AZ because I think only Lelouch is fighting on water yet.
Yeah, I can't see any ships from the others.
If the other AZ teams don't contribute to water, they could lose it in an instant. Lelouch's ships are still alive, but I don't think he's using whales, so his ships are slow and they cannot get away so easily.
I think he's trying to save them now. He's fleeing here. And with that healing, it's kinda nice, just trying to get them away from the battle and heal them up and go back. Okay,
so this is an interesting gimmick in the game. You can see that one of Prolase's ships is not gathering fish, even though it's very close to it. This happens because sometimes the heavy ships push away the fishers by mistake, and you have to check every now and then if your fishers are actually gathering or not.
I see in the chat now Knight Rider and Lelouch saying despot.
Oh. Who said that?
Lelouch and Knight Rider.
So Knight Rider wants to go...
He wants to go despot, I think.
But he's going senator, it seems.
Yeah. Maybe they think the opponent takes the despot, maybe.
I would never go despot with Indians
they
here.
They probably meant that Momo went despot.
Yep, he did go despot indeed. And he has military 2 already. He built a stables, and with Mongols you get these nice horse archers for free. He might go on some raids. But I do feel like Knight Rider's base is pretty well protected right now.
Yeah.
His second city is open, but he doesn't have anything there.
Yeah. What do you think about Prolase building the pyramids?
It wouldn't be my first choice of wonder, but I think it's a good thing that one of the members grabbed the wonder, because neither Jetin or Momo had plans of building a wonder, and I think you should get at least one in this situation.
And he went com 2, but he still has 100 food only income. And
yeah, I think he is not using enough fish. Also, some of his fish are not gathering because of the gimmick that I mentioned. But Lelouch is actually still being annoying with these 2 heavy ships.
Yeah, and on the other side, Momo is raiding hard with the light ships.
Momo sent 5 upgraded light ships to raid AZ, and it looks to be quite successful because he's killed already a few fishers.
Yeah, and they're fast as well.
Yeah, they're fast and they can just sail away and come back again.
Yeah, he has 4 left. He still did some damage there.
So it seems like the flank players of PN5 go for comms to despot approach. There's an ambush going down right now by Momo. This
I see that.
This could hurt Knight Rider, although he has enough army to hold here, so Momo will have to run back.
Yeah, yes, those elephants and...
Those elephants are very OP in early game. I see that Bit Phoenix is also contributing on water now, that's nice. They have to fend off these raids because...
Yeah. I like this start of the game when they are all doing something, just not booming.
Yeah.
Trying to fight the sea and they're trying to raid and...
Yep, it feels like every player has a specific strategy in mind, so that's nice to see.
Yeah, yeah.
It does look like Knight Rider was hurt by these water raids, because I see that he's using only 1 fish at the moment.
Yeah, and
his eco is really
nice
hurt.
army there as well, and with the despot he obviously is going to try push pretty fast here, and he has a lot better eco, so I think Knight Rider will need help here soon, I think.
Yeah. I think Momo might have purposely targeted only Knight Rider ships. That might have been the idea. I'm not sure.
That's a very nice plan.
Because
weaken his guy and then trying to...
Because I see that the Japanese and the Bantu player have a lot more ships than the Indian, so that could have been the case actually. Some engagements going down the middle, but right now only Jetin has a formidable army. Prolase is just now getting ready.
Yeah. He built the pyramid though, so...
Yeah,
he will be stronger in the late game.
He did slow himself down with that a bit, but in the long term it will be beneficial for sure.
And the aging there from Bit Phoenix.
Bit Phoenix aged quite fast with silver, that's a nice one. Although this will do... Oh! Momo is moving in with some militia and a huge army. I think, yep, that's all of his militia actually. So as Jetin would say, full militia pull. And Knight Rider does have militia, but his army is lacking, and he's just now pulling his militia. This city could go down.
Yeah, and the others, so they don't have much because Prolix and Jetin has been pushing and raiding them constantly. So
Bitfinex is trying to come over, but he won't be in time before the city is reduced.
Yeah,
this
and
will be a close one.
He only has 3 archers here.
He does capture the capital. This is a huge moment.
Yeah. That was fast.
Yeah, Knight Rider just didn't have enough infantry to hold this. This is huge, because Momo now has the capsack and he's aging up.
Yeah,
and most of his army is still alive.
And he had the despot as well, so...
Yep, he got a ton of plunder and now he's just pulling back.
That was a very nice play by Momo, I think. He
Yep.
got a lot of resources from that. Let's see if he builds a wonder here.
It was perfectly timed as well, because his opponent was just about ready to click up to the next stage.
Oh, and now he had to spend troops. He had to spend resources on troops.
Yep,
So
and to replenish his villagers as well. If I were him, I would just ask for food to click up, because he's gonna be dead soon, I think.
Yeah. I see on the other side, Yeti now is pushing Lilu here with 3 sieges.
Yep. Well, they both have similar sized armies at the moment.
Yeah, I think he will be able to defend that.
Damn, that was one long pause. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought my game would crash.
Yeah.
Anyway, Lelouch should be able to hold this attack with the healing and towers behind, so I think he'll be fine.
A lot of cataphracts as well, so...
The imbalance on the left side is gonna be a key point in this game, because Momo will go for an attack soon again, I feel like.
And if you look at the Tier 3 players here, Prolix is doing a lot better than Knight Rider.
Yep.
And he has the pyramids going down and a great eco, so the longer the game goes here, I think the PN5 has the upper hand.
Good for AZ that Bitfinex built Colossus in the back, so he could become very strong potentially. Right now his army is not that great, but if he can help out his teammates, then he could become a real threat to PN5.
The problem is he can't be on both sides at the same time, and Momo and Jetin is pushing on each flank here, so...
Yep. He does arrive at the right time to help Lelouch, so this is good.
Yeah, but now on the other side you see Momo is moving in here with his huge army.
Knight Rider's eco is still a bit damaged, his wealth is not at what it could be. His army is not bad, but eventually Momo will siege everything he has.
I would like to see a castle or something behind the city.
I can see that Lelouch is complaining about metal. He has only 9 slots. So like we mentioned, metal sometimes becomes a real issue here, and it seems like both of the sides are kinda struggling for metal, because Jetin has 8 slots, Prolix has 8 slots as well. Momo has 12, so he's fine, but
yeah,
some of these players are actually struggling for metal here.
Yeah, he got some more spots now, I think. Lilu, he has 8 plus 6, he has 14 slots now.
Bitfinex is fighting against 2 here, he has to pull back, and that's what he does. I'm not sure who will be the first one to get to gunpowder. Bitfinex is getting Mill 3 now.
I will bet.
But Momo is already there, and he's just 600 knowledge away from aging.
I think Prolix is going to be pretty fast as well.
Yep, he almost has 3 full universities now.
extra city from the pyramids, and he skipped the Civ 2 and still has 3 cities. Helps a lot.
Actually, his eco could be even higher with the extra commerce cap from pyramids.
Yeah.
Knight Rider, meanwhile, is sieging his own senate. This is a trick to raise it faster. It's a nice one.
Yeah.
So he can move it if things go south for him.
I think he knows that he will lose this side, and he's just playing time now.
Yeah, but anyway, this is a good move even if you are don't think you are losing, just in case.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm bad at doing that.
What I do most of the time is just queue up deleting the Senate right after I research.
Yeah. I try to do that every game, but
because I forget to, so.
He's now sieging the other city here, Momo, and no tower or castle there, so I think he will be able to take that one.
Yep, he also has tactics. Meanwhile, Knight Rider doesn't even have a castle.
It looks like Knight Rider is not trying to save that city at all. He's just staying behind his cap.
Yeah, that city does have a university and a metal mine, but ultimately he has to protect his cap first, and seeing that Momo is trying to siege both, I would also go for the capital here.
Yeah.
It looks like Lelouch is doing pretty well with his eco. He's almost 200 with everything. And that's nice to have with Bantu, because you can spam a lot more units with the extra pop cap.
I think he has to win that side over Jetin.
Yeah, Jetin is limited a bit by his despot economy. So long term Bantu is gonna be better here. He denies this tower as well. So Jetin has to pull back his villagers. And he attacks from the left side. I'm not sure if this is a good idea, because his army is smaller than the Bantus. This is not a good engagement, I feel like. Lelouch has a bit more units, and Jetin runs back now, but he lost some units there.
You see Momo is trying to raid yellow here in the flank, in the back.
Oh yeah, he's being really annoying with these horses.
Yeah, very nice raid here. He's killing his woodcutter, and
Bitfinex does have militia, but his reaction time was a bit slower than what was needed here.
He killed like 4 or 5 before he noticed.
Both Bitfinex and Lelouch are trying to pressure Jetin now. But Proles has a stronger army than Bitfinex.
Lots of elephants there.
Not sure why Bitfinex does not have a stronger army, because he does have Japanese with Colossus. I would expect more army from him.
Yeah.
But Proles has a lot of elephants and crossbows here, so he will be stronger.
Momo took the city of Ludhiana here for Knight Rider.
Ooh, Knight Rider put his militia, but that was a bad idea, because these are just free plunders for
Momo. And he has Despot as well. I will just run away with those.
And some of those are actually scholars, so you don't want to lose them. Some of these militia.
Yes, I emptied university in the back, so...
Right now I don't see how AZ can push either side except on Jetin's side, but Proles is here to help, and Bitfinex has to rotate a lot to help Lelouch right now. It's a tough situation, because I feel like Lelouch could beat Jetin here. He has a better eco and more pop cap with Bantu.
Yeah, problem is the Japanese player here. He needs to be able to use his Colossus here, but I don't see a lot of troops from him, so...
Yeah, even...
Proles still has more units than the Colossus player.
Yeah, he just has 84 population, which is not the expected number. with Colossus.
And I see in the chat now, Bitphoenix is saying, "Damn, Knight 5 is dead."
Yep, I can confirm that he is gonna die because Momo is H4 now. And Knight Rider is engaging, even though Momo has already upgraded his knights.
Yeah, he's dead there for sure. Do you see Forbidden anywhere?
He moved his cap back, so that's a nice one.
Yeah, very.
Although he already gave the cap sack to Momo, so it won't make such a big difference, but I don't think anyone got Forbidden City yet. No, he can still build it, but he has to be careful not to lose his army because that's the only thing he has right now.
Yeah, and look, his eco. He's long time from gunpowder here and doesn't have a lot of metal either, so.
Bitphoenix's eco is now stabilized after that raid, which is nice. He is aged. Malouche is also close to aging. Meanwhile, Jetin is still a few minutes away, so I feel like the tides could still turn on the right side, but Proles is looking very strong with these elephants as well.
Yeah, the problem here is for the AC team is that 95 is obviously losing, and the other two has to win.
Yeah, and I just don't see the big push coming from AZ right now. Right now they are just being pushed back on both sides. This looks very tough for AZ now.
Yeah. PN5 guys here, Jetin and Proles has a lot more army as well, so this looks very bad for them right now.
Malouche is aging, which is nice. He could try to ambush Jetin's capital. The problem is Jetin already raised his cap, so he could just move it anytime he wants.
Yeah.
And he has a castle behind as well.
Momo is now building the porcelain tower as well, so
yeah,
the longer they wait, the stronger he will get.
Proles is getting hanging gardens, so time is running out for AZ to make something happen here.
Yeah, I think they have like 5 minutes here or 10 minutes max to do something.
Jetin and Proles are doing exactly what they need to do. They just hold these two players here, not let them kill anyone or help. Meanwhile, Momo will kill his side easy.
Very good teamwork.
Malouche is trying to raid on the water, but Momo and Proles are here with upgraded ships to fend it off. And Momo is even raiding the water from the back.
Yeah, he's been raiding the water and the back with horses and still attacking, so he's been doing a great job here.
Yeah, he's been doing everything right.
Yeah. He did what is expected from a tier 1 player.
Yep. And Mongols are more flexible with the raiding than Japs, so it might have been an even better pick than Japanese here. I'm not sure about it. Anyway, Bitphoenix did get a monarchy, but Proles already has it, so I would give the edge to the elephants.
Yeah, for sure. Jetin is now aging as well.
Knight Rider is raising his cap once again, but I'm not sure that he can move it one more time.
Yeah, and he has some time to age. He still needs like 300 knowledge here to age.
Yep. He does have 3 spies which could help him because Momo's scout is kind of in the back. So if he tries to bribe some knights, that could help him a lot. But Momo has his own spies and he's trying to bribe the elephants. Meanwhile, Knight Rider has only a scout which is not upgraded and has poor,
look in the middle here now.
poor range.
Bitphoenix is going for Momo's cap here.
Oh yeah, and this cap is not raised. The problem is Bitphoenix only has 1 siege. With the second one coming now.
I don't think he will take it in time. Proles is moving over here very fast and he has a castle behind, so a lot of barracks as well. I like the move though, because he knows he has to do something.
He is calling Lelouch over as well to help. Meanwhile, Jetin is completely on the other side, so this could still work out, but Momo is now pulled back, so it's a 2v2. I don't think they can really push here, but if I had to pick a spot to push, then I would also go for this capital, I think.
Yeah.
Because on the middle, if they take Prolezi City, that's not gonna finish that much. The problem is that this makes the reinforcements longer for AZ. Especially for green.
Yeah.
And he leaves himself exposed against Jetin now.
It was a very nice move here, because now Night Raider here on the left side, he can take back his cities.
Yeah, and he can maybe age in a minute.
Yeah, so just by going to that cap and doing something, then Momo had to pull back and Prolace also had to go help. So very nice move there. Problem is Jetin here now is pushing hard on the other side.
Bitphoenix says that Momo raids too easily on the map because Night Rider cannot do much, and I have to agree, because Night Rider is so focused on surviving that he cannot really defend against water raids, right? So it's a problem for the whole team, not just for Night Rider. Yeah. Momo has been raiding this water all game, I think. And I think for the most part PN5's water has been untouched, except for the Ancient Age perhaps.
Yeah, Lelouch did some damage there early, but since then I think they have been raiding the water very hard.
Yeah, PN5 did a great job defending their fish, so I have to commend them for that.
Yeah, I agree.
Lelouch is now pushing back Jetin, and he has a better army, so this is a great engagement for him.
Yeah, he's winning there. Problem is, do you think they will win here? They're pushing the Night Raider capital here.
Yeah, Bitphoenix has to carry a bit, because Night Rider is aging now, but he still needs about a minute to get there. And his army is not as big as the others. Bitphoenix has a lot of these dragoons, which he could use to snipe monarchs, but
yeah.
These elephants look super strong, with 8 armor now.
This is a very interesting battle here. I can't really see who's winning it.
I think PN5 is gonna win this battle.
Yeah, because they will have more reinforcements here. I don't think blue will. Light blue will.
Yeah, Prolace has a lot of resources in the bank. Momo is pumping out units like crazy, and
yeah, he has like 3 barracks very close, and with Phoenix here, he has
and
his barracks far away.
Yep, and actually both of them have military level 4 with the extra armor, so.
And he just aged and they took the city.
I don't think they could have had it even if he aged earlier, because he doesn't have monarchy and the extra armor. Only Bitphoenix had plus 8 armor on his cavalry.
I think now Lelouch here on the other side, he has to win very fast over Jetin, or it's GG.
Prolace is doing some heavy raids on the Japanese economy. Jetin is also raiding. This is a nice team effort here, because Bitphoenix's metal income is completely shut down at the moment.
Oh, only plus 25.
And that hurts a lot in gunpowder, because you cannot produce those knights.
Yeah, his eco is dead right now.
The only good thing for AZ now is that Lelouch is pushing Jetin back, and it seems like he is winning his side, but I don't think it will be fast enough. The raids on water are still ongoing. I'm not sure if AZ is even trying to fend these back now, which is a problem.
So. They only have 2 or 3 fishing spots here, and blue is pushing hard on water.
Yeah, so despite having both the water rares, they could not control the water after all. That's sad. Night Rider seems to have lost most of his army. His eco is basically dead. With Phoenix's eco is also pretty damaged. He has to replenish a lot of villagers.
Yeah.
And his Forbidden City was stopped. He had to pull those villagers away, and Chetin is now gonna build it instead.
Yeah, now Prolois is helping Jetin here as well, so...
Yeah, Lelouch doesn't stand a chance against two armies.
It's 2-on-1. I
Mom
think they will call the GG here if his army gets wiped out.
Yeah, Momo can hold even 2 players now on the left side now, so I don't think AZ can make any progress now. This looks like GG indeed.
Yeah.
Jetin says that Lelouch played best. I'm inclined to agree because he was the only one who could make a difference on his side.
Yeah, I think if Prolois didn't help Jetin here, I think Lelouch would have won that side. But Momo won the other side faster.
Momo is fighting off 2 armies, although Knight Rider's army is mostly militia and crossbows, so it will go down very quickly. Bitphoenix's eco is still not recovered because he doesn't have any caravans and his fish are dead as well. So his reinforcements suffer a lot. He cannot make as many knights as Momo, which is really bad for him. Lelouch's army did get destroyed for the most part.
Yeah, I really like Momo's barracks here. 3 barracks by his cap.
Yep.
And he's close to Knight Rider, so he could just pump out troops.
I think Momo is very good at spamming units and reinforcing, and he's done that very well in this game.
Yeah.
Prolades is close to age 5. So this is just playing it out, but it's over.
Yeah. This is over, I think. And I know it's over. Now Prolois and Momo is pushing in here on Kyoto.
Yeah, Bitphoenix has mostly dragoons remaining, he cannot hold this.
And there comes a GG from Knight Rider here.
Yep,
And he's
GGs
dead,
are getting
so
called.
And they resign, the game is over. Damn.
Lelouch is still not resigning, I think he wants one final fight.
I think he's frustrating kinda because I think he played very good. He was the only one raiding the water from the AC team, what I see.
Yeah, I feel like AZ did a good job on water, but Knight Rider was hurt early and he couldn't contribute as much on water, so that hurt them in the long run.
And there comes GG from Lelouch.
Okay, the game is now officially over. PN5 takes the first game.
They played very well here.
Yep.
I like the teamwork, they were pushing the water hard and they pressured both sides at the same time, so the Colossus player couldn't really get his army up, he had to help either side.
Yep, for Colossus you need the maxed out economy and you need enough army to really make a difference, but Bitphoenix never really felt like he could make a difference because he was constantly getting raided and his water was also getting raided.
Yeah.
So PN5 really did a nice job of raiding both on land and water, and I didn't think that going despot by 2 players could work out that well, but they made it work.
Yeah. Let's look at the game stats.
Yep. Looks like Momo has the highest kills as expected.
Yeah, 168.
Followed by Lelouch. So Lelouch really did have a great KD despite fighting 2 opponents sometimes.
Yeah, he killed a lot more than he died, so...
Knight Rider actually sent some resources to Bitfinex, but I think that was when he was about to die.
Yeah, probably.
Didn't make a difference.
I wouldn't send a lot of resources if I had a chance to do some impact to the game.
That early capsack really decided this side, I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
Momo had a huge army, and he brought all of his militia. Meanwhile, Knight Rider also had his militia, but just not enough army to hold it.
Yeah, and Momo had the despot as well, so...
Yeah, he got a lot of plunder, he took the capsack, and he just pulled back when Bitfinex tried to help, so that was a great move by him, because he didn't waste his army either. He still had his army and more resources in the bank.
Yeah.
So it was great play by Momo. Anyway, if you don't have any more comments on this game, I will take a short break to update the score, and we will continue with game 2.
Yeah, looks good.
Alright. I do need to take a short break, but I will be back in 2 minutes. Alright guys, we are back. I'm just gonna read some of the comments you made in the chat. Bitfinex is kinda saying that Knight Rider didn't play his best because he lost his cap in H2.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure that it was exactly his fault. Like, he could have asked for help, that is true. But Momo's setup was really good for an attack. He had relics, he had salt, and come to that spot with silk.
Yeah, he did a great job
So
on that.
I think Momo's setup was better than Knight Rider's.
I agree.
Anyway, let's jump into game 2.
Yes.
Hey young one in the chat, welcome. Yeah, we just ended the first game now. Oh, I didn't pause at the start. I'm at 16 seconds.
16. Okay, I will catch up. I'm at 20 seconds now.
Just pause the game and
Yeah, I pause. Let's start at the same time. Nice.
so now I'm at 20. Are you at 20?
Yeah.
Okay then 3, 2,
2,
1, go.
1.
So the second map is Great Sahara, which might be the most offensive map of all. It's very open, and we did see that AZ used Bantu and PN5 used Iroquois, so they don't have that pick for this map. Let's see what they went for here. AZ, I think their team is the same. Yep.
Yeah, exactly the same team here.
So the second game is tier 2, 3 and 4. And AZ's picks are British, French and Maya. Versus PN5 who picked Bantu, Persians and Maya.
Good picks.
Do you like these picks? I also like these picks. Maya is the weakest tier, but it can hold its own in early game because they have the better towers, more HP on cities, so
yeah.
And also they have a faster start. I like it.
Yeah, I like Maya as well, and the British and French. It might look like they will go aggressive here.
Yeah, the only thing that AZ lacks a bit is mobility, because PN5's team has Bantu, which can raid all over the map, but I didn't see Iroquois pick for AZ, which I would have went for personally.
Yeah.
Because now AZ doesn't really have a nation that can raid very well. I mean, British can raid nicely, but if they get caught by Bantu raiders, they could be destroyed easily.
Yeah.
The
good
thing for yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I see both teams here going for the middle here, King and Bit Phoenix, so they took 1-3 spot each here.
Yeah, they both have really nice wood. None of them got really denied. Bit Phoenix has 11 and King has 8, even though he could have built a bit on the right side for more, but I think he's just going for the safer approach.
Yeah.
I think it's a good idea because you are bound to get raided early in the center, so I don't blame him for that. The positions are kinda interesting because it looks a bit mirrored. Nobody's on the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, it will be interesting to see who cash those rares, diamond and gems and wine.
There's quite a substantial change in PN5's team, because only Momo remains from the first game. The other two players are Lube and King now. Which might be a tactical decision, I'm not sure, but we will see different play styles from here.
Yeah. And I think Luke didn't play the first game against Raiders when they lost, so he's undefeated.
Yeah, I don't think he played previously, so this is his first game in the tournament. And he's with Maya against Lelouch with French. It could be an interesting matchup. In the pockets.
Yeah, for sure.
The pockets we have Momo with Bantu versus Knight Rider with Maya, and in the center or flank, however we want to say it, is the Persian versus British war. I would favor British slightly because they do get the free archer, and the higher eco cap, but Persians can certainly make it work if they get a bit of time.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like if the Persian player gets some time and gets some elephants going, he can be really strong, but early game I would prefer the British.
Sorry. It does seem like PN5's strategy is to raid the opponent to death with Bantu and let the Maya and Persian player boom a bit. Not sure, but that could be one option. Because Persians and Mayans are quite good at booming, but French are more like an offensive pick.
Yeah, for sure. What do you think about going for the middle on this map? Because if you see now, Lube here, he has already done Commerce 1, and King is just getting his library up.
Yeah, I don't like to go for the center myself most often because it creates games that go super aggressive from the very beginning. You have to go mill 1 or you are dead sometimes. And I don't like doing that for that reason, but I can see why players do it because having the center means more map control, you control more rares, more resources, and you can attack multiple players from the same spot.
Yeah.
So it's it can be a good decision and that indeed can be a bad decision, but right now I think it was a good decision by both players because if one of them didn't go for the center, the other team would have it and they would have more map control overall.
Yeah, I agree. Now it looks kinda fair here, both teams.
Yeah, it looks very symmetrical actually.
Yeah.
Bitfinex went for
military
1 and PN5 did spot that actually. Momo scouted it with his villager, I think, and he pointed it out. So King has also went for military now, and I think he'll be able to defend himself here. And this is what I talked about. His safer woodcutter camp is now much better than the other spot would have been.
Yeah, and good scouting there as well.
Although Bitfinex does not see his wood camp, but even if he did, he cannot inflict much damage, I think.
Yeah, he's going in with some hoplites here as well.
Lube went for a standard Commerce 1 Civ 1 approach. I like it because he's not really in any danger, so he should just boom as much as he can. Lush is doing the same, but he's slower because he's French and Maya is usually the faster one early.
Yeah. Lube is doing very good here, I think.
Bitfinex is trying to do some raids, but King should be able to repair this, although his micro is not the best because his archer was just walking into the fire, not doing anything. But
he's building a tower there as well.
Yeah.
I like that.
I'm not sure if that tower will accomplish much because it's not ranging any of the woodcutters, but it could be useful later when trying to attack. The problem is he's quite slow because Bitfinex already got Calm 1 and getting a market. Meanwhile King is just about getting ready to get Commerce 1.
Let's look at the rares here.
Yep. So looks like AZ has scouted silk, tobacco, dye, peacocks. Diamonds is very nice, although it's very open, and if PN5 sees that, oh, they don't see it. That's a big one because Bantu could raid that easily. In fact, Momo is getting a barracks right now. Only Knight Rider is using it, but he does have a very nice eco so far. On the other side, PN5 has citrus, not really useful. Salt, it's very nice. Amber is nice as well, it gives some gold. Sugar is super nice. Furs is also very important on this map. I think I favor PN5's rares a bit more.
Yeah, I agree. I see on the bottom left corner here, Knight Riders is using diamond here, and Lube is using gems.
Yeah.
So they're using one each.
Yeah, and the opponents don't see either of those.
Yeah.
That's funny. Momo is just passing by diamonds now with his villagers. These AZ merchants could uncover diamonds though. They are walking just next to these villagers.
That was close. Yeah, he's following now.
Bitfinex is getting a tower on his woodline, which almost, I think it ranges the city. Yeah, it does. And the city cannot fire back, so this is a perfect tower spot. It protects both his woodline and it can reduce this city. Knight Rider is sending some defensive units to diamonds, that's very nice. Bitfinex says they should triple second city of King. Not sure if that will work out for them, because his allies can help quite nicely, but we'll see.
Yeah.
It seems like Momo had the better micro and killed the archer, but he also lost his one. I'm not sure which slinger is better in this case, but Knight Rider has some reinforcements, so he will win this fight.
Yeah, yeah. I think Knight Rider will be able to defend that.
Although Momo is also reinforcing, so neither side is really giving up this resource.
But he's sending one by one, and Knight Rider has like 3 units there, so...
Momo is also trying to be annoying on the top side. He tried to deny this city, but I think it will go up. Even with King's help.
Yeah.
It should go up at least.
They have a lot of gold in the AC team here. They use silk, dye, diamonds.
Yep, and as we know, gold is super important on a land map with no fish.
Yeah.
So AZ is doing quite well in that regard actually.
Yeah.
But they could lose diamonds soon. In fact, Momo did push back Knight Rider eventually.
Yeah, I think that diamond will go to the PN5 team soon.
And these Bantu fast raiders are making a lot of work for Momo, because he can choose to take which engagements he wants.
Yeah, and they're so fast as well, so...
This tower by Bitfinex is gonna reduce this city eventually, but they are preparing with some Mayan counter towers in the behind. So I'm not sure it's a good idea to rush this city down, because PN5 will kind of expect it.
Yeah.
Lube even built his barracks a bit towards King to support, so I like that.
I feel it's hard for them to go here, because in the middle they expect it, and they are already setting up defense here against King, behind King cities. And on the right side, that's the easiest target, I think, the Mayapan capital. But Maya is hard to kill.
Yeah.
And Momo here has his city well protected. It's a long distance to go there.
Yeah, I feel like Lelouch will have to be offensive, because he's kinda separated from the rest. And if he does not make an offensive, that could leave his team on a 2v3 here.
Yeah. Lube is a lot faster than the Lelouch here.
This surprises me a bit, because Bitfinex aged later than King. Even though Bitfinex was faster in the beginning.
Yeah.
Losing the diamonds reduced their gold income quite a lot. And now Momo is using it and protecting with quite an army.
Yeah, I see Knight Rider sends 3 units here, but he has 6 in defense, so
And
that's just a suicide.
And he could lose all these 3 units if he doesn't watch out.
I think King and Momo here should use the gems, because Lube is using it and he has the longest distance to go there. It will push the border in the middle.
Yeah, the fact that AZ didn't try to raid that could be a clue for PN5 that AZ doesn't see it. But of course this is not so easy to figure out sometimes.
Yeah. And now Momo is raiding tobacco in the right corner.
Yeah, this is what I meant by mobility on this map, because Momo can raid all of these rares that are not in anyone's territory freely.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult to defend all of them, especially if you don't have a fast nation.
I see Momo is raiding here Knight Raiders woodcutter.
He's everywhere, basically.
Yeah, I see units everywhere. And I kind of feel he played the same way last game as well. He was raiding hard on land and water.
The one drawback for these many raids is that he doesn't really have an army to support his allies at the moment, which could be troublesome.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure that Knight Rider and Phoenix can really push this. They don't have such an army to do that at the moment.
Yeah. If they had, I would have pushed Momo back because he's raiding everywhere and his cities is not very well guarded. No towers, no temple.
Lelouch actually went for that spot. Do you think that's a good idea?
I think it's kind of risky because he's already behind Lube and Lube is doing very well here. So
Yeah.
I think he has to do something with it very fast or it's gonna be very tough to survive on that side.
I feel like Senator would have been a better choice, but he probably thinks that they are running out of time to kill. Like, the fact that Momo did all those raids really hurt Easy's boom.
Yeah.
So Lelouch could feel like they are behind, and I would say that they are behind here.
Yeah, and he's raiding so good right now. He's raiding Dai as well now, Momo.
Yeah.
So they basically lost all their gold income here. Diamond, tobacco, and now Dai.
Lelouch didn't have a tower on that die, even though it's probably where I would have put it. He's going for an ambush, and it might work out because Lube's army is not near his city. He does have enough numbers, but they are out of position.
Yeah, he's seeing it.
And Lube does not have militia either, yet.
He's coming back for it.
They have quite similar sized armies. Ooh, Bitfinex captured this city of King.
Ooh, very nice. Perfect timing there. Lube went back and he...
Oh, this is looking bad for Lelouch.
Yeah,
The problem was Lube had a lot more heavy cavalry, and
yeah, and I think he failed with his ambush as well.
I don't think he sees that there's a third city right above this, because that would be a much easier target.
Yeah, I agree.
Now he lost all his army, and I think it's GG on this side, because he cannot help his allies now. Lube will help King now, and it's a 3v2.
I think they're going all in here in the middle land.
Yeah.
Now
King has these elephants which are super tanky.
Yeah, militia as well, and now Lube and Momo is coming to help, so they won't take that city anytime soon, I think.
Yeah, like we said, PN5 expected this attack on this city, and they prepared for it. Like, Lube was here for the most time.
Yeah.
Lelouch cannot really do much right now. He doesn't have the economy to boom. He needs a lot more time to make another army.
Yeah, and his eco is not good as well because he went despot, so
Yeah.
it was kind of risky move, and he was kind of slow as well, so I wouldn't have despot there, I think.
I feel like some players feel inclined to go despot with French, but it's not like that's the only choice for them. Senator can work out just as well.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
King and Momo managed to stabilize in the center, which is great news for PN5 because Lube is doing much better on his side.
Yeah, if I was Lube now, I will go in the middle and triple London, because Lelouch doesn't have any army.
Lelouch says they don't have good rares. I don't think that's the case. They just cannot use them because all of them got raided.
Yeah, exactly. They had diamond, tobacco, dye. They had peacocks,
Momo is still raiding caravan for Knight Rider. He's doing an excellent job. Big engagement going down near London.
I think they will take it.
The problem was that Knight Rider got split from Bitfinex and he could not help.
Yeah.
Now Bitfinex lost his cap and this looks like GG time again.
Yeah, and Lube is pushing Lelouch as well and will win that side, so this is over. And too much lag, they say here in the chat, blaming. It's kind of funny because you can't really blame lag for playing not as good as you think, because it's the same for everyone.
Yeah, but sometimes it is worse for the player who has to micro more.
Oh, yeah.
I do have to agree with that, but I think AZ could have made better decisions. That's the problem.
Yeah,
First of all, they didn't pick Iroquois for the mobility. On the other side, Momo with Bantu raided everything. And I think that was the biggest factor in this game, because both of these players in the center and even Lelouch was hurt a lot by these raids.
Yeah, I agree. And Lube was faster than Lelouch here on the right side as well, so...
Yeah, with his despot choice, he kinda went all in. And Lube just had a better economy, and with Maya and Senator, it's very easy to defend.
Yeah, and he had more troops as well. And even if he lost that city, it wasn't the capital either, so...
I do have to say that PN5 had great offensive rares. They had sugar, furs and salt, which is a great combo. But still their decision making was better overall.
Yeah. I agree. They played really well here because I thought after the first game against Raiders I was like, they played good, but I believe they could play even better, and this 2-0 was very convincing. They were the better team in both games.
Yep.
Great teamwork, great raiding, good teamwork, as I said, and as you said, the raiding part here was huge.
Momo contributed a lot with the raids in both games. In the first game as well, because he did a lot of force raids on the land and raided the water as well. So that was, I think that was the best contribution he had in both games.
Yeah, I agree.
And I felt like nation picks were slightly better for PN5 in the second game, but I already mentioned that.
Yeah. Well, congrats to the PN5 team for the quarterfinal spot here.
Yep, they do win the first group, so that means they get first seed in the round of 8, which means they will face a team that is seed 2, second seed I mean, which could be interesting because they could face Tough in the next round if that happens.
Yeah, and yeah, Tough lost against BLA, so that will be hard.
Anyway.
But anyway, you have to beat the best to go to the final and win, so...
Yeah, to win you have to beat everyone anyway, so it might not make such a difference. Anyway, this is perfect timing because I will have to go soon anyway.
Oh,
so
nice.
This is a good time to end the stream. I will be here to answer some more questions if you have any. But for now, that's it for me. Do you have anything more to say?
No, I'm satisfied. It was two nice games. The first game was closer, I think, but PN5 was a slightly stronger team here and deserved the win. So,
yeah.
Congrats to PN5 and good luck to AC in the next game.
Yep.
And thanks for watching.
congrats to PN5 indeed. They fully deserve this victory, and that's it from my side. I will mute my mic and answer any questions in the chat if you have. But now I say goodbye to you all. Thank you for coming, Connor. It was a great cast.
Thank you, man. It was nice.
Bye,
Have a
guys.
nice day, everyone.
Have a nice day, guys.